Because if we ever need somebody to slap, we know who to call upon.
Steve Brown here.
Jack Thriller.
Marvin Hunter.
Lab Love.
And we are coming at you with some brand new energy.
Well, we're in a brand new spot right now, brand new look, brand new vibe. Hip Hop Network. This is what we're gonna be doing together. We talk like this show and whatnot. And you know what? We might as well come out swinging right now. Hottest topic on the net is what? Oscars.
Oh, the Oscars. Oh,
The slap. Heard around the world.
Literally around the world.
Do y'all agree with that? Do you agree with it?
Agree with what exactly?
The slap.
I thought it was great entertainment. I think the whole situation is great publicity. Both of these guys have amazing projects out right now, from Will Smith with the Bel Air Show, and he has the book that just sold over 1 million copies. I think that they are going for the gusto. Kevin Hart and Kevin Hart and Chris Rock are currently on tour doing arena shows. I already know that show is going to be nuts. Tickets gonna go out the roof. They promoting right now. And this is the biggest stage to do it on, in front of them white folks and whatnot. It's the controversy it's on 1,000. And so that's where I'm at with it. I think it's cap.
Wow. You think it's cap? What do you mean? You mean like you don't think he slapped him for real?
No, I know he didn't slap him for real, because every time you rewind it and then he get it down to the pinnacle, he never touches his face.
Well, I guess that goes from, who's looking at it, because we saw it and you saw part of it, and we just trying to see,
I got one eye. I could be wrong. This guy did play Ali, so his hands is kind of fast. I see where you're coming from with this.
I don't know. I think I think the potential for that. Because this is so egregious and so out of pocket, over the top. So it wouldn't shock. It actually wouldn't shock me if it came back to this was set up. But I question, out of all of the fake things to do, why this?
Why this? And why Will Smith? Because Will Smith is supposed to be like the mother child of black men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The mother child?
Yeah.
Boy, he's a Boy Scout. But if he did do it, he looked more like a simp to me. If you fake that, you don't need to do that. You're one of the biggest stars in the world. You look crazy. Why would you do that? Why would you?
So he a simp. He a simp. Period.
For doing that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
But the thing is, I still don't understand why people are saying, well, he talked about the man's wife. When what he did, he didn't actually talk about her. He made reference of her haircut to a movie. He didn't say, Jada, you bald head, this, and you this, and this, and that. He just said, hey, first of all, I love you, Jada. I can't wait to see you in the next episode of G.I. Jane. And left it at that. It was your haircut. It wasn't your alopecia. It wasn't your situation. I mean, because to be honest, he could have really got Jada about the entanglement and everything else that she embarrassed Will on.
The weird stuff is Will laughed at first.
Will laughed.
And within seconds, you went from laughter to anger.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Angry enough to walk on stage and physically assault this man.
I don't buy it.
Dude, let me tell you
I'm
something.
saying, when you talk about if it is happening, if it's real.
If it's real, but I'm gonna tell you something. Think about it. Jada was like, and then she kind of looked at him, then the camera cut away. But like I said, I believe she went and moved over to him and said, Tupac would have slapped that nigga.
Let me say this too.
And Will was like, you right. Let me go up here and slap this nigga.
I believe because
put pressure on him.
I don't know, any of y'all read his book? So it's a segment in his book that talks about the fact that when he was the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Fresh Prince, him and Jazzy was hot or whatever, that he would go to clubs and start fights and would just hit dudes.
I heard him talk about that on live.
And say the reason why he would do it is because he knew he had security.
Right.
So that, to me, that speaks a lot about who he is.
To his character.
Why would you do that? What in you? And it speaks to your bitch assness.
But you know what though?
The fact that you would hit dudes just based on the fact you had security.
But rappers do that today. Rappers do that shit.
It speaks to their character too.
They do that today. Yeah. But I guess that's an old tactic or trick in the entertainment business. But I've heard what you're saying, that he went to clubs and actually started fights, and he knew he wasn't gonna get jumped on because the security was already there.
They were gonna fight for him. So I can get a nice still on you.
That's a high level of bitch assness.
You know, I made a video about it, got it right out on it early. That's what we do, make fun of it. But, you know, upon having 24 hours to reflect, I'm troubled by the amount of comedians who are coming out siding with Will. Now, this is our tribe, right? And we the last bastion of free speech.
Free speech.
This it.
This it.
People can do whatever they want to do in the eyes of the law, everything. But the one thing they don't want to do something because they gonna get Jones. Or they gonna get you can't take that away. You can't green like this type of stuff, because then you have folks running up on stage all the time. So you're gonna always offend somebody. Yeah. That's what comedy is. You taking risks. That's what it is. That's why we laugh at church. We don't laugh because it's funny. We laugh because we ain't supposed to be doing that in here.
Exactly.
That's what comedy is.
Yeah.
There's no protected species. You cannot go down this politically correct path to where this is off limits and that's off limits and that's off limits.
Now we ain't gonna be talking about anything.
We don't be talking about anything. Now I'm a comedian. I don't talk about everything, but I support anybody's right to talk about anything. As long as it's funny, it's good.
So now, after Will Smith did that bullshit, I guess now we can't go on stage and talk about it.
What he was trying to do, gonna backfire. Because now he put a target on him and Jada. All the comedians about to talk about it on stage. It's popular culture now.
And the thing
Everybody's about to talk about it.
The thing is, the one that you protecting, you know, there was, protect the black woman. Yes, I believe in that. God knows I do. But the black woman also has to respect herself and respect who she's with. You know, you done did all this. You done got the man on the red table, talk shit about him, fucked on him and did everything. And now all of a sudden you want this protection because somebody joked about you, and the joke had nothing to do with your infidelity and all this other bullshit you doing. Come on, it's crazy.
I actually think Will is in an abusive relationship. Will's in an abusive relationship. People's not recognize. Well, okay, so Will's father was abusive to his mother. Mm-hmm. And Will talks about in his book, and he's done multiple interviews talking about how that affected him. So Will is on this mission to not be like his father, which is why he goes above and beyond the call of duty to be perceived as the good guy, the squeaky clean dude, the dude who would never do that. And I think Jada knows that, and I think she holds that over his head, and she uses that as a weapon against him. Because if this relationship ends, and Will's psyche, because of the childhood trauma that he's had with his father, he's going to feel like a failure. He's going to feel like I'm my father if this relationship ends. And so she uses that to hold him in this toxic relationship, because the only reason why she's in it, I mean, he gets nothing out of it. Right. You get dogged out. She told you she don't love you. She said the only man she ever loved in life was Tupac. So you ain't getting no love. You ain't getting no respect. Your kids don't respect you. What is he getting out of this relationship? Nothing. The only thing he's getting is this toxicity that she keeps pouring on him. Yeah. That's it. So he's in a killer relationship, and I don't know why people don't see that.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. And if she wasn't putting pressure on him, she put that pressure on his ass last night. Yes. When she did this and looked over at him, nigga, what you gonna do?
Yeah. Prior, Regina said some jokes about them too.
Yeah, Regina Hall made a joke. And that's another thing. So somebody called me from TV One, and they was like, "Did you actually watch the whole Oscars?" And I was like, "No, I didn't watch it." So I'm like everybody else. I'm just operating off the sound bite that we all saw. She was like, "Yo, the host was going at people all night."
Yeah, but it happens at Oscars.
So I went back and I watched, and she right. Regina Hall made a joke about their open relationship.
Right.
And she said she was calling all these single dudes on the stage that she liked, whatever. She's like, oh, apparently Will's name is on here, but that's okay because it's to Jada's approval.
Wow.
That's what she said.
They
both died laughing. They did this.
Tell me why that's not offensive.
Yeah.
Exactly. But see, the thing is,
you know why that's not offensive? Because Jada asked for the open relationship. Yeah. That's why that's funny.
Showing her in a
right. Showing that she's a leader. But the thing is, man, people like, man, I'm going back to it. I gotta keep nailing it home. People don't talk. He talked about that man. Why? Man, it's a difference. You referencing a movie to a haircut. But that girl, she got alopecia. She got cancer. She got this and that. He didn't speak of
cancer. She just got alopecia.
Yeah, but like that.
Alopecia is not a death sentence.
People are saying online she got cancer this time, but I haven't heard that one. But she got alopecia, and then she just losing her hair.
That's it.
And the thing is,
no death.
People were going in like, man, somebody talking like, dude. Let me and that people now, because Will Smith did it. Trust me when I tell you, they're gonna think they can do it without consequences. And then you're gonna have some idiots trying to do it.
And people should ask themselves a question. Your favorite comedian, what do you like about him? Like, are you probably offensive? You know, your favorite joke, you probably half the people that'll say that's offensive. That's what we like about comedians, man. So you can't say, well, you can't talk about this and you can't talk about that. Nah, everything is open, man. As long as you make it funny. You know, we don't like comedians who don't take risks. Those comedians, they never successful. They're not successful.
Dave Chappelle, in the first special he did on Netflix, well, the first recent one, let me say it that way, when he did the jokes about the LGBT community, they had an uproar about it. And it was only like a 10-minute bit in that one. So
and it wasn't offensive.
So Dave's response to their anger was to come back and do another special where 90% of the special was murking the LGBT
But you know what,
community.
man?
So it wasn't, you don't, not only do you not scare me, I'm not gonna avoid where you're trying to get me to avoid. I'm gonna stand in the middle of where you're trying to.
I know Chris Rock is somewhere right now.
Oh, without a doubt.
This is gonna be amazing.
And Tony Rock. And you know what? Not only them two, everybody's writing.
Yeah.
Everybody's writing.
Tony Rock the fighter anyway.
Yeah. And I got a feeling, like I said, man, Chris Rock didn't press charges. So to me, I don't think it's over. I just don't. I mean,
No, he's gonna make money out of that.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Tony
I'm just talking about. You gotta understand. Tony Rock is not like Chris. Tony's a
Not at all.
cool ass dude. Shout out to Tony Rock, as a matter of fact, man. But both brothers, as a matter of fact. But Tony Rock, he's the one that don't play. He stepped to Steve Harvey. He said a lot of shit. So the thing is, man, Tony Rock is. I'm telling you, Tony Rock gonna say something. He gonna come out the woodwork with something. And I think other people are as well. You know, it just because honestly, at the end of the day, two wrongs don't make a right. And when you go and slap a man, that's bad. But when you slap him in front of millions of people, not only did you slap him, you turned your back on him like, nigga, I see you ain't shit. That night, I would have bit you in your fucking back, nigga. I'm telling you. In the small of your back, like a bitch. You would have been like that, nigga. I swear to God. And then I would have beat up Jada. I'm just telling you. That's what it is. Everybody, it would have been, if the Oscars, nigga, the Oscars would have turned to the Willies. I would have turned this show so goddamn black,
He said
nigga.
you beat up Jada.
Nigga, I would have, when he got that award, that bitch would have had a plug in it. I'm telling you.
What was Will Packer thinking? First time, all black production of the Oscars.
He just shook his head and say, niggas gon' nigga. Niggas gon' nigga every time.
I know he was in the back shitting a brick.
Hey man, that's awful, man. And that was so disrespectful to what he was trying to do, bro. That was so disrespectful.
Cause that's on his name forever too.
Forever.
You was the producer of the Oscars when you put him in.
Chris.
This nigga was the producer of the Oscars when a nigga came and slapped another nigga on stage.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
how.
but I ask this question. They let, after Will slapped him, he sat there for the rest of the awards.
Nobody
which lends credence to what Jack said, that this is all publicity or whatever. Because the reality is, in what setting are you able to physically assault somebody and nothing happens and still stay in that building?
Hey, but not only that, he was clowning and dancing and rapping at the after party with the Oscars.